Hi there, everybody. Good to see you. I know it's about 12:30 a.m. Saturday night, going to Sunday morning. Uh, it was busy today, a very busy day. So I'm not sure if any of you guys still awake in the U.S., but I believe in Asia you probably still awake. Probably noontime over there in Asia, right? Or in the East. So anyway, doesn't matter if you're here or not. It's part of my duty to come out live and consider putting a content into my channel here, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and say what I had to say, right? Anyway, it's been a while, so I am going to do a couple video the next couple days, but these will be my last live for a while. Okay, so anyway, how you guys doing? Uh, Pretty busy for me. I lost my mother-in-law, so she passed away a month ago. So we did have a funeral, and it was a lot of planning, and I was busy, so I didn't have time to come out here and talk to you guys. So, what's going on, people? What's going on? You tell me, right? To me, I think that the world is not safe to live anymore. The world is not in peace. In peace. It's so dangerous. Okay? Uh, every time you open up YouTube, turn on the news, hi Maddie, 2323, say hi to you, okay? Good to see you here. So the world is not safe anymore, I believe. Too dangerous. Too many people. DJ Mango Music Center. Wow, nice to see you, DJ. Nice look. Thank you. It's cold, it's winter, and the region that I lived, as today it's like, I think it's 9 degrees outside, and tomorrow it's gonna be colder and colder for the next couple days. So the room I stay here is also cold. Clayton Olson, howdy. Yeah, say hi to you. Your sunglasses, very nice. Thank you. I came out here live couple times, and this chick dupes MC. Hello, yeah, hi to you. A lot of questions they ask me is Diva habits. Hi, yes, hi to you. Couple times people asked, "Are you from Nagaland?" You know, I was they, I think Nagaland is like in India, like northeast India. So I'm dressed like this, and I put my sunglasses on, like, and put my scarves on and my jacket on like this. Uh, hey, yeah, DJ Mango, I'm from the US. You are from India? Oh, good to see you, India. Woohoo! Are you going somewhere? No, I'm just dressed to come out live. It's dark outside right now. It's midnight in the U.S., the time zone where I live. Yeah, but I'm going to YouTube, talking to you guys, chatting, chatty, right? Like I said, a lot of people think that I'm from Nagaland in India. So spiking to Hindi language. Yes, I don't speak. It's kind of you know. Anyway, I know I'm used to watch a lot of India. Those Bollywood movies. Yes, and but I didn't learn anything. My wife, she watched a lot of Indian romance drama movies, and she understands a lot of Hindi language. But anyway, like I said, the topic here is that do you guys feel that the world is not in peace? It's kind of dangerous? Are you guys afraid? Even though, myself, I am living here in the US. Uh, I uh, I kind of like feel that it's not safe anymore. Please change the language, only Hindi's language. Oh, sorry, brother. I live in the US, so I gotta speak English in the YouTube channels here, okay? But thanks for your only I wish I can speak Hindi so that I can communicate with you, but I'm not I can't speak that language. So anyway, yeah, I watched a video. Some guys from Nagaland go to like South India, and he was harassed by some of the people down there because he looked more like from a different world. How many language do you speak? You not compatible Hindi? Yes, English, right? Okay, yes, I am not. I speak Mongols, my language. I speak English, I speak Laotian, and I speak Thai. Just kind of not fluent, but I can go around. But anyway, the topic here is that do you guys watch the news, the the meeting that all these politicians were meeting, the world leaders were meeting in Munich. You know, I've been seeing a lot of that stuff is kind of dangerous. Okay. Anyway, it's like here's what Kissinger said. To be an enemy of the US is dangerous. To be a friend of the US is fatal. Okay, guys? That was a quote by Henry Kissinger. Diva habits. Oh, okay, yes. My language, Hindi and Bengali. Okay, good to know, brother. Good to know. I wish I can speak those two languages. And, but I kind of limited now. I'm too old to learn language now. Okay. So, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, South Korea, Ukraine were some of the countries that they sacrifice themselves for the U.S. interest. You guys know that? Pretty much like life is a dream for the wise, and a game for the fool, comedy for the rich, and a tragedy for the poor. You know, as uh, poet Shalom Aleichem, written down in his poem. So you guys know that uh, there's a lot of changing when our president Donald Trump became president, right? Okay, so all these thing that's going on, you guys probably watch the news. You look very beautiful. Oh, thank you, thank you. You know, and it makes me feel like afraid the world is dangerous. You guys know that a dozen, like a box of eggs in what I live right now, a box of eggs, like 36 eggs, 3 dozens, is like $60 already, guys. You guys know that? And a 16 ounce, uh, 20-ounce liter of, soda used to be like 99 cents or $1, whatever. Now it's like $4 since uh, since 2 years ago. DJ Mango Music Center, I want to meet you. Yeah, I wish we just like around the block so I can meet you too. But we're so far away. We're like far, far away. So anyway, in my YouTube channel here, just let you guys know, I had a couple video coming up pretty soon the next couple days. I visited the cemetery, a haunted house, and I had a story behind it. So if you guys watch me now, these these will be like videos that I went and shot the videos. You are smiling at my words. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to get a big smile, DJ. Uh so in America, everything is so expensive, you guys. So expensive, and some of the people are starving over here. G-Man, pop a wheelie. Okay, so this is like a cruiser. I used to have like some crotch rockets, but I got too old. I got too old, so I sold them out. I sold them. I kept this Arrow. This is a Honda Shadow Arrow. Look like a Harley Davidson, but it's not. Okay. So maybe in the summer I can borrow someone's bike. I used to do wheelie, but I'm not that good. Okay. Thank you, Ty. G Man. Thank you. So anyway, the reason I brought up Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, South Korea, and Ukraine were those countries that uh, keep up the good work. Thank you, G Man. Uh, those were the country that got involved with the U.S. in fighting in a war. Okay, so Vietnam, South Vietnam, North Vietnam, Civil War. North Korean, South Korean, Civil War. Uh, Afghanistan, uh, terrorist uh, reduction war, right? Change political war, like jihadi war, Iraq, Saddam Hussein. Now Ukraine and Russia is like also almost like a civil war, you know. But all this are for American interest. American interest. Uh, kind of the reason I talk about this is because, okay, so my family, my grandparents, my parents, they were part of the American CIA recruit, the guerrilla soldier that were fighting the Viet Cong or Viet Minh during the American Vietnam conflict. So, uh, I was a child. I was born in the like 70s, 72, 73. That was the end of almost the end of the Vietnam American conflict. So that was the time when America left Vietnam, pulled everything back, and we, I was part of the tragedy, part of the suffering, part of the you know refugee kind of like most the country that you see on TV every day, and that they have war. Really, I don't know how some people like like warmongers. Some warmongers they like to start war and tear the world apart. It's kind of sad that like when Biden was president and they promised Ukraine all this help, they're like, "Oh, we'll be with you all the way to the end. We'll we'll do everything for you. We'll be part of you, everything." And then suddenly, our new president Donald Trump came to life, and he's a new sheriff in town, like J.D. Vance, was speech in Europe. Yeah, we got a new sheriff in town in the White House, so everything changed. Now, kind of like changed the whole thing in totally different direction. A lot of people is gonna suffer. So that's why I kind of concerned, be afraid, and American interest, it's American interest. I hope you guys in Asia, like Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Laos, Vietnam, the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia. Uh, what do you guys feel? Any of you guys from there? What do you guys think? And so Taiwan's supposed to be the capital of semiconductor, like computer chips, right? That's why Taiwan is a pretty hot spot. It's a very dangerous country right now. And I saw the news that the Donald Trump's uh, anticipation or his proposal that Taiwan should move all its companies, semiconductor and computer chips companies to the U.S. You know, and I think if Taiwan is dumb enough to do that, then it will protect its company and when they move to the U.S. But then it will suffer. It will be swallowed by China. As soon as that's out of Taiwan, the U.S. will no longer support Taiwan, and Taiwan would be swallowed by China. It's a big tiger, guys. Uh, I don't know. Asia, anybody from Asia, feel free to comment out here. What do you guys feel now? How do you guys feel about the U.S.? Are you gonna side? Are you siding with the U.S. or are you siding with China? The two most superpower in the world, like China and the U.S. As you guys know, one of these days, these two ox will come together and test their strength. Okay. Uh, be prepared. Be prepared. The South Pacific. So today, I mean, this topic is not in within my range, within my idea of talking to this channel, but I just want to bring out it's like an event that happened now in Europe. So you guys probably watch on the news. I feel sorry for like Ukraine, but uh, a lot of you guys, I don't know how you feel, but to me, I feel like Ukraine was a test battleground. Like in the 50s, 70s, 60s, Vietnam was a test battleground. So like after World War II, we had so many weapons, from that era, like that. There's no place to dispose them. So the Vietnam War was just like a disposal place, like Vietnam. So when I was a kid living in the mountain of Laos, uh, we always go hide in the cave. Okay, we every day we'll hear the airplane up in the air. We know it's coming, so we have to go hide in the big cave. And then you can hear this bomb drop, boom, 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 right? And these bombies, there's a big bomb, and when the big bomb drops, it releases these little bombies, like these little round yellow bombies, and then they fall to the ground and they explode, boom, 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 boom. So after the, and like in '75, if some farmers, uh, they go and slash and burn their like rice field or their garden field up in the jungle there, and there's so many unexploded bombies, and you can hear the explode when the fires burn the whole like acre of land, and so many unexploded ornaments in from that time. So anyway, it was a test battleground to dispose the leftover weapons from the World War II. Okay, for World War II, because a lot of T-28 airplanes bombers were Laos, donated to Laos, and the my people, when we were there, we had some pilot that were trained, and we had one of the best pilot, T-28 pilots. His name was Lee Lu, and he was like one of the best of the best. He's like an ace fighter for the T-28, but in the end, he got shot down and his body blew up to pieces. Only found like his clothes for burial, for funeral. But anyway, I think I think Ukraine was a test battleground for you see, it's for like weapons, the new technology that it's coming up. Like, so America want to test to see if Russia really had the hypersonic, the weapon, the new weapon, the new technology that they had. So Ukraine was just a test, battleground for them. So you guys saw the Russian military use a hypersonic, one of those lightning strike bomb, like a couple months back, right? So I think the U.S. now finally know that Russia has this hypersonic bomb that there's nothing to stop it. Anti-missile system that we currently have. It's they believe. I think they probably think that they don't have anything to stop the Russian hypersonic bombs. missile. So that's why we change government, we change politics, we change military leaders. That way we don't, yeah, G59 high tails. That way the U.S. don't have to uh, go to battle on this conflict. And now we know that Russia had this super, supersonic missile, so we don't have anything to stop it. So we will by this time change politics, change policy, and by this time to develop a weapon that will be able to uh, protect or defend these Russia hypersonic missiles. Hey, that's just my idea. That's what I believe. Ukraine was just a test area, you know, a training place to test Russia, to see their weapons, to see what they had. Because in the past, they claimed to have it, but nobody saw in action. So now we saw them in action. The U.S. saw it in action. So now that's why Ukraine had to be the victim and the center of everything. Uh, that's why Donald Trump and the new government wanted to have a peace talk and try to pull Russia and Ukraine to a peace deal in the territory that conquered by Russia would be given to Russia. And that way we can buy time to develop a weapon to take care of the hypersonic from Russia. But still, though, the way we're going, I mean, I am in America. I work, I pay tax, and all my tax goes to help the funds that help Ukraine, donated to Ukraine. I'm pretty sure some of my tax money goes over there to help the Ukrainians defend their territory, defend their people, defend their house, their home, their life. Yes. It's not fair, you know what I mean? It's not fair, but the whole thing is probably U.S. interest. So now Ukraine's a victim, and nothing we can do about it. We're not the government. We're just the people that pay tax, work, pay tax, support, and we cannot do anything to help except the military, the government, the president will make the decision. So it's kind of sad that in the beginning, all these countries called NATO countries is pledging on their help to go with Ukraine to the end. But then 2 years later, they disappear, like Biden disappear, like all these American general, military generals disappear, Austin, whatever, disappear, and then they, had new leaders, new sheriffs in town, and now Ukraine's left with hanging in the cliff. It's like hanging in the cliff. Uh, then Europe also is hanging on the cliff. You guys know? So do you guys learn anything from here? As we watch in history, like I said, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan, South Korea, Ukraine. So a lot of your countries to be or are like the allies, like U.S. allies. I don't know what you guys gonna do. When it gets hard, when it gets tough, you will be you will be yourself defending yourself. So it's hard to be uh to trust people to be who's your friend or who will be with you in the end, guys. This topic here is just if you want to be friends with the US, it is dangerous. Okay? If you I mean it's fatal. But if you want to be the enemy of the US, it's also dangerous. So in a way, China, US, Russia, superpower, they got the weapons, they got the nukes. That's their power. And they got the people, they got the manpower. Uh, the whole thing is changing the geopolitical regions in the world. And life sucks. Life there sucks. We have leaders that want to destroy the world. I guess uh, that's how life is. That's how I think everything is God's plan. God's plan. You know, the world is never gonna be at peace now, and the U.S. is pulling back from Europe, and the European had to countries, EU, they had to take care of themselves, which is they had to do. Nobody's gonna help you if you don't help yourself. And yeah, you guys live in Europe. You gotta step up. Okay? You either like President Zelensky said on the conference, right? You either with Brussels or you with Moscow. Okay? You either with Beijing or you with DC. So yeah, the whole thing, Donald Trump became president, changed the whole thing in the world, guys. Even I live in the US, I feel like my life is also threatening, dangerous, suffering. Uh, I know you guys live abroad. I live in the US, and everything is hard now, guys. Very hard. Everything's so expensive for us. That's what I mean, hard. Okay. So we had to adjust to a lot of things, change our living standards to a lot of things according to that. So anyway, I just want to mainly here is just talking to you guys, how you guys feel. What do you think? Any of you have anxiety? Are you afraid? You not live in the U.S. Are you afraid? Uh, all those things. And I guess we'll see how it's going for the next year or so. So we voted for President Donald Trump to be president. So even though he's changing a lot of things in the world, we'll see what he does in the next 2 years, and then he has 2 more years, and see how the world responded, how things are changing in the world. So if you're like those Asian countries like Laos, Thailand, the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, you in Southeast Asia, so like Myanmar, you guys should, I believe you guys will probably lean towards China, and in time anyway. You know, China is gonna swallow you guys. Country of Laos, I've been to Laos last year and everything. That's when I was from Laos. Okay, I was from there in the 70s after the pull out of Vietnam, and I was a refugee coming to the U.S. I'm now U.S. citizen, but I still have memories of the past. You know how we went through all those hard times, hungers, and suffering, and educational concentration camp. Those people that die uh, for for America. Okay, so if you with America, you will die for America. But I believe uh, all those countries I mentioned, in the end, you probably had to rely on China for that. Like I said, last 2 years I went to Laos. There's a lot of Chinese over there. Everything is in Chinese. The government is leaning against, it towards China. A lot of people there start speaking Chinese, learning Chinese language, and soon they are going to use Chinese dollars, Chinese currency. No longer have Lao keep money. So everything's changing. Everything's made in China over there. And China has a lot of influence there. A lot of Chinese move to Laos, business people, or the local women's, young women's, they married to Chinese husband, and change the whole diversity in Laos. So you're in Southeast Asia countries, even in Cambodia, Cambodia is the same thing. It's happening all over. So China has a lot of influence in Southeast Asia, and it's too far away from America. And the way you guys know that the way we're going, like Donald Trump's new policy towards the world, okay, it's gonna have a lot of gap. It's gonna put China in those gap. So China will be filling those gap. Okay, so Donald Trump, the USA is pulling world aid, like financial support to these countries, say Laos. So each year the US give Laos $2 million to for narcotic uh, screening, drug trafficking, human rights trafficking, and road repair or government problems. But now the US had to take that away from Laos. So Laos will be short $2 million a year, right? Kind of like that. And just an example. And on this tariff that will be imposed to a lot of countries, and it would be tough, guy. It would be tough and dangerous for the next 2 years. So we'll see, right? We'll see how things change. It might be worse. It might be worse. It might be better in the US. But those little countries like you guys, you will suffer. So that's what I meant. The world is not safe. It's not peaceful anymore. It's not in peace. Always thinking about war, killing each other, conquer another land, take over another country. Oh, I'm glad that I'm a person with no country, and now I'm part of the U.S. and I have a country here. My people was just pushing all over the place from China all the way to Laos. We only live in other countries. So now I'm in the US and I do have a country here now. It's safe, but I feel like it is so dangerous. That's what these topics are about, guys. So anyway, so my point is, uh, I'm from the U.S. Okay, I'm living here, and Donald Trump is our president, current president. Uh, he's doing what he needs to do. Okay, so I feel him. I felt his anger. I felt his concern. Okay, so I live in the U.S. and I had relatives that still remain in the country origin of origin, and I had to support them a lot of time each year. I had to send them money to help them out buying food and those things. So I'm like the U.S. giving financial aid to the other countries for their to support them for certain things. So after you do so long, every month you have to send the money, or every year you have to send a amount of money. You suffer with it. You not you kind of like say, oh, so if you do that too much, I know some people they're actually in debt because they had to support their family uh, that is back home and their relative. And then you do so many, you in too much debt. Now America, it's like 38, 39 trillion in debt. So I can see why Donald Trump came in place and he had to reduce all this debt, 39 trillion. That's a lot of money. It fills an ocean. It fills a mountain. It fills a mountain. Uh, so he had to reduce this debt. So what he is doing, I believe, is try to reduce all this debt. When you're in that situation in real life, like me, you had to stop this spending. You had to stop be a hero to the world. You had to stop using this money to buy friends that cannot help you. The friends that will only suck or only taken away from you, but no benefit, no beneficial, or not they're not benefits to you. No benefits. You guys know what I mean? So if I keep sending money to my family members or friends, overseas, now I'm in debt. Some month I'm short of money. I have to send the money. Now I am in debt, and a year after years I'd be like $10,000 in debt. Now what do I do? What do I do? What should I do? How would I get away from this? Okay, so I will have to stop sending money and take care of myself first. So I will have my money to pay down my debt before I take care of them. So what Donald Trump's doing now, it's just the same concept that I will be doing. So that's why Elon Musk came in place to reduce this spending, to eliminate a lot of things. So we don't know how it works here, guys. Be a disaster. It could be a genius idea, and be a genius. It'll be a perfect thing, but so Donald Trump's gonna eliminate most the employees, like federal employee. What I saw the news is that the the company, the organization that deal with the financial aid to the other countries. It has about like 10 over 1,000 employees. So Donald Trump's gonna reduce that into like 700 employees, and the rest will be fired. Okay, so only the countries that benefits to the U.S. will continue receiving the funds, the financial aid, financial assistance. Okay, let's say Laos doesn't cooperate with the U.S., had nothing to do with U.S., always leave with China, but we send them $2 million a year, take them down. Okay, let's say that Cambodia would give them like $3 million a year, but they sided with China. There's no resort, no minerals, no nothing, no business there. We're taking the money back. Then we can say like $5 million a year. Okay, kind of like that, and it won't show the result now, but let's say 2 years from now, we'll see how it goes. Okay, and I like the idea he's doing. You know, the two things that was kind of shocking to me is that the tariff, for Canada and Mexico, Mexico, the 25% tariff for Canada, our neighbor, and then I lived my state is bordered with Canada, so we use a lot of electricity from Canada. The state I live in, uh, had a lot of energy from Canada. So if that tariff is applied to Canadian import to our country, we will be hit with the same thing with electricity, from Canada to our state. So then we we're screwed. Imagine like the month before, I paid $400 on my utility bills, electrical and gas. So March, by March, my electricity bill is $600 a month. You guys know that? $600 a month. So that's a lot of money, and it's cold. See, I even had this on, it's still cold. My jacket, my hat, my clothes is thick. I wear 2 layers of clothing, and it's still cold. So with the border state to Canada, from here to Canada is only like 6 hours, in Ontario and up there, Ontario. So we if we attack our neighbor Canada with this tariff, and they attack us, they apply this imposed tariff into our, import. Yeah, we're screwed. Our electricity bill will be like skyrocket. Okay, and for Mexico and the U.S., like the southern states, same way. If they will apply high tariff, they kind of fight back. Fight back. Whew, it's a lot of stress, you guys, anxiety, how this thing is going on. And I'm glad that they had that temporary haunted. So uh, I think Donald Trump gave them 30 days to clean up. I think the Mexico president sent like 10,000 troops to guard the border, so the drug dealers not able to transport drugs, but they always find their own way, guys. They always find their own way. As far as Canada, I don't think we had any of those illegal drugs, you know, crossing, but Canada had kind of like uncontrollable immigration, you know. But to me, okay, guys, personally, I don't think we should attack our neighbor, okay? Our neighbor countries. We should not. Like Russia should not attack Ukraine in the beginning anyway, you know? But we're not the leaders, we're not the leader, the world leaders, so they want to do whatever they want. They got control of the buttons to push the button. We don't. We just kind of like slave. We're like the ants, and they're like the queen. The ants, the queen that we had to serve them. Okay, guys, understand? And I feel sorry for Ukraine, but they fought bravely. Imagine their country is so small and they were not prepared, and they're just suddenly being attacked by Russia, and then they had to start from ground zero, from ground zero, from scratch, and they did good. They did good, but anyway, it's politics. It's the idea. So I just want you guys to know my thinking is Ukraine was or is still a test ground, a test battleground to identify, to see what Russia had in their stockpile of weapons, the old, the new, and the future. So now we know that Russia has hypersonic missile, and the U.S. still don't have a defense system in place to shut down this hypersonic. As Russia, claim there's nothing in the world that will stop those hypersonic missiles. So yeah, and I kind of understand when they changed, why Donald Trump came in place, and they had to change a whole U.S. politicians so that we can make a deal with Russia and Putin in a peace talk, just to buy time, guys. But you all know the future is dark. There always gonna be a war because there's so many people in the world, and every this era, technology, AI, all these things, and there will always be something. But hopefully nobody press the nuke buttons, okay? And hopefully those old people, the leaders, go to hell, get old, age, sick, and die. And hopefully things change. But anyway, the loser here is Ukraine. The promise was never delivered, and they felt like betrayed. Just how like South Vietnam got betrayed, the Iraq Kurds got betrayed, South Korea got betrayed, never pushed to the end. Afghanistan, the democracy got betrayed. So never trust your leaders. Talking too much, guy. I'm getting tired. But thank you for hanging around, okay? For you guys who are watching me now in live. So remember, tomorrow the next day I will have two videos. This is a video, they're not live. Okay, this is live. And uh, as my YouTube channel goes, I think YouTube require that I also do video mix with live. So I can't do live all the time because it will affect my monetization purpose. Okay, so I will try to do like two videos tomorrow, the next 2 days. So hopefully you guys can watch that. It's about ghosts, cemetery, haunted house. So as you guys know, on this channel, it's about Black Panther and the princess. Well, you know what that means. That means I would tell stories like some scary, spooky stories. So I just haven't got time, and I haven't got the right equipment, and to go and spend the night in the cemetery or anywhere else, or any place that I want to bring and bring you a content. So be patient, you guys. I just ordered like a camera, a long lens, like one of those big lens, so I can, you know, microscope. I can zoom, okay, binocular zooming, so I can do a lot of more fancy stuff. In like right now, I'm only using my smartphone, and my when I do video, I use my GoPro 9, and I don't have any of those professional camera yet. But down the road, I might try something better. So thank you, you guys all over the world who are watching me here. And like I said, I'm from America. A lot of you guys asking where I'm from. So I'm from America. I live in the northern part of America, and my state is bordered with Canada. Okay, so as you guys know, in the northern part of Canada, U.S. is Washington State. Uh, was it Idaho? And then not Idaho, North Dakota. So Montana is like Washington, Montana, North Dakota, and Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Maine. New York and Maine, okay? Like the northern part. So we're up here, and it's cold this time of the year, okay? And this is what I live in the whole United States. I have been to like warmer state like California, Texas, Nebraska, Oklahoma. I've been to those places. I used to live in Cali, like California, but then for the last many years, I am up north. So yeah, that's why you guys see my skin's much whiter and more good looking. Look like a Mongol, right? So anyway, want to thank you all for spending your time here tonight. My goal here is talking for 1 hour, and thank you, you guys, for your superb comments. Okay, super comment, and promise you guys that maybe this summer, or the next year, I will start a lot of storytelling. Okay, mostly like spooky stuff, or maybe some romance, kind of like short little novels. Okay, all right, peace for all. Thank you, and see you next time.